That's the people on the beach down the end. Locals though, but there's a few. And yeah, it's starting to come alive. The beach, Sunday of course, so it's always a few people out on Sunday. But I could have come here and done a bit of paddleboarding today. It's largely warm enough, easily warm enough, I mean, as me speaking French again in English. So yeah, here's a little story about how I was doing. I was diagnosed. I was told that to get my affairs in order, that I wasn't going to make it. Basically, what I had wasn't curable. So basically, it was metastatic prostate cancer, stage 4, and it had spread to the lymph nodes around the prostate, to the seminal seminal vesicles, that's what it calls, and to the bones. So basically they said, yeah, that's you can't cure that. You've got Gleason 10, that's the most aggressive you can get, very rare, and that you're going to be on hormone therapy for the rest of your life, through chemo and radiotherapy and all that, but there's no real issue, you can't get cured. So I walked away with that, and that kind of diagnosis, prognostic from an oncologist who's only in his mid-30s, telling you to, well, you know, that's it for you, mate, you know, get your affairs in order and you know, take advantage of the time you've got left, sort of thing, which was well out of order, because you never know with a diagnosis where you're going to go until you've done like the first bout of treatment. You can't tell. And with my first bout of treatment, which was triple therapy, which had just kind of started back in 2021 or 20, they started doing the triple, even before that I think in the States, but it was still kind of like it was still on trial. And so when someone says that to you before you've even started treatment, that is really pathetically stupid. Trying to come up this June here, it's a June and coming up to June. It's a bit stupid saying things like that. And there's something that he should never have said. And because when I started the treatment, after 6 rounds of chemo, I did a scan, and all my metastases, everything had been reduced by 90%. Yeah, 90% in 4 months. And my blood work was brilliant. I handled the chemo. I was coming to this beach. I was walking on this beach every day, apart from the first few days of chemo. But then I was coming down in the mornings after about a week. I started paddleboarding as well whilst I was on chemo. So you cannot say to people, oh, you've had it, that's it, you're done, until they've been through treatment, and you can see how that treatment actually works. And by the end of the year, I was more or less in the clear of cancer. There's nothing there, and now it's down to a microscopic sort of state, so you can't see it, but it might be some there. So I'm still on treatment, but it's been 3 years, and I had a 25% 5-year survival rate. So you don't know. Don't let the doctors tell you how it's going to be until you've been through treatment and you've reacted to the treatment. And triple therapy is what they call a tri-therapy. Triple therapy is the way forward for you know, advanced metastatic prostate cancer. That's what they do, and it does have a really good success rate. So don't believe what they say. Anyway, just saying that the shock of that initial diagnosis was really hard to sort of like handle. Psychologically, it was really, really difficult. But I was strong enough to sort of like get over it and kind of move forward. You know, I got positive and said this ain't going to happen. I started seriously reading up and looking up on YouTube. Oncologists in the United States talking about it, and I found some really good sites, which I'll put down here. One is the Prostate Cancer Research Centre, which is really, really good, and they have a lot of really good information about what's going on. And I'd advise you to basically look at that and start researching what you've got and what the possibilities are before, condemning yourself, So anyway, I thought I'd have a little chat about that because it is something quite hard to go through, I must say, and I've got people in my close family at the moment who are going through that at the same time, and I really got a lot of empathy for them. It really kind of like hurts to see them that way, you know. So you know, anyway, I'll count my lucky stars. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, because not many people are. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.